Welcome to the Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show from Glendale, Arizona. And the Broncos, they got well out here at the stadium in Glendale, Arizona. They had some fun doing it as well. They just overwhelmed the Cardinals. And the Denver defense, led by Von Miller, 6 sacks, 5 takeaways, 2 touchdowns scored. And tonight's player of the game, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. He was in the face of Josh Rosen all evening. A couple more sacks for the great Von Miller, and he is standing by with Christina Pink.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Joe. Yes, impressive stats by this Denver defense. Your comments all week had everybody talking, but you had to come out here and back it up tonight. How did you do that?
You know, I just got with my brothers. You know, we had a meeting last night, and we just told everybody it's a fight, man. That's got to be our mentality. And I think that's what it was about. You know, it wasn't really about the Cardinals. It was for my teammates. That's the Broncos country. I love my brothers. I love my teammates. It was a good win.
Now, for you guys to come out here, and we talked about that message, was it a bigger message to spark your defense to come out here and make plays tonight?
Yeah, 100%. It really wasn't for the Cardinals. Honestly, that's not even me. It was for Broncos country, and it's for my teammates, and it looked like it did the trick.
Now, you were able to rattle Rosen. I mean, we talked about the takeaways, the sacks, you forcing a pair of fumbles. This is what you do, but tonight, how were you able to get to the quarterback and be effective?
I don't know. You know, sometimes you get sacked, sometimes you don't. You just got to be relentless. You know, they come in bunches. Me and Chubb have been talking all week. You know, this had to be our game, and it feels good to, go out there and do your job.
All right, thanks a lot, Von. Joe, back to you.
All right, Christina, thank you. Relentless. I'd say he's relentless. You have to be relentless. He was. He's impressive, and when you have some of the pieces that the Denver Broncos have, I know people had been down on them, having lost 4 in a row coming into this game. They won their first 2. Now they're 3-4. I don't think they're a team that you can completely discount here in 2018.
No, I don't think so either, although they've dug themselves a deep hole. I mean, let's be honest about this. I don't know how much we really found out tonight against the struggling offense coming into the game with the Cardinals. We'll know more next week. But they've got, when you've got edge rushers like they have, and Von Miller is being as disruptive as he was tonight, you know, his performance like that is going to give you a chance in every ballgame.
I mean, think about what they have, though. They do have Case Keenum, and he played well here in this one. They've got receivers, Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. They've got the good young running backs. They've got the edge rushers. They have Chris Harris in the secondary. They have safeties they like. There are pieces here that make you think, yeah, it's been a rough month here with a 4-game losing streak, but man, tonight was an overwhelming win for the Denver Broncos here in Arizona. A lot of smiles inside that helmet and through that face mask for Von Miller. Take a break and come back. More after this. Welcome back to the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show from Glendale, Arizona. On the heels of this 45-10 Denver Broncos win over the Arizona Cardinals, and the Cardinals still stuck on 1 win. Let's look at a baseball highlight. Are you going to be okay with this, Troy? That's Justin Verlander. That's Rafael Devers. Looks like a pop-up, right? Nope. Crawford boxes in Houston. Over that yellow line, a 3-run home run, and a 4-1 lead in the top of the 9th. As the Red Sox hope to wrap up the ALCS tonight on the road. Tomorrow in the evening, it's the Dodgers and the Brewers from Milwaukee, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on FS1. The Dodgers leading that best-of-7, 3-2. And I'm told in my ear that ALCS game has just gone into the bottom of the 9th inning, so last chance for the Houston Astros to extend. I guess we'll put a cap on this by talking about Josh Rosen. We've talked enough about the Denver Broncos. They got the overwhelming win. I think you see a toughness with Rosen. I think you see a guy who, when he gets hit, even when he was hurt with the ankle, wanted to pop up and get off the field. They believe they have the right guy, but they got to put some more pieces around him.
Yeah, and I think they got the right guy too, and of course they're going to say that, and everyone's optimistic. But I evaluated him coming out of college at UCLA. I liked what I saw. I thought he would go a little bit higher, to be honest with you, than where he fell with the Cardinals. But he's going through a lot of the things, like I talked about, that I went through and other quarterbacks have gone through, where they're not protecting him very well. They're getting behind, and that's not a good position to be in for a young quarterback, and then with no running game. So I don't see it getting any better for him. There could potentially be a change, in the offensive staff with Mike McCoy at coordinator. What might that do to him is anybody's guess. So these are tough times right now, but they do have some young players that in time, and nobody wants to hear that, but in time, he and them have a chance to be pretty good players.
We made so much about what Von Miller said during the week. We asked Josh Rosen about it. Aaron Andrews talked about this topic at the beginning of the game, and Josh Rosen said, I have absolutely no problem with Von Miller saying that. He said comments like that are good for sports. I love Conor McGregor. I love all that kind of stuff. So there was no issue there, and you saw those two come together after this game. And a game that was dominated by Denver. We thank you for watching the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show. Coming up next is the late local news on Fox and the U.S. Army postgame show on NFL Network. For all of our crew from Glendale, good night.
Welcome to the U.S. Army postgame show.
John Elway wanted this Denver team to come in with the mentality that they were fighting for their lives. I think they did it. A 45-10 win for those Broncos, and what a game it was for the offense, for the defense. Emmanuel Sanders, though, back-to-back 100-yard games now. He threw a touchdown, he caught a touchdown, and he's going to join us on set coming up along with Von Miller, who also had a day for these Denver Broncos. Boy, was I wrong in my prediction. I'm going to come clean. Look, I'm not going to hide behind a microphone and a pregame show. I thought that the Cardinals were going to win this. These Broncos fans are still here. This place has been orange and blue all night. Steve Mariucci.
All night.
Kurt Warner, he left. He's not here with us right now. We have Michael Irvin, Steve Mariucci, and what a game that was.
And Kurt went to be with his son because his son was having that surgery.
Yes.
So we're wishing them the best.
Good luck.
Yes. Right from the start, when the Denver Broncos took over this game, the first touchdown, this place erupted, and you start looking, it's all orange. And it was all defense, if you ask me, because Todd Davis gets a tip pass, and he goes for a touchdown to start this game. And then you have Chris Harris Jr., another pick six in the first quarter. How about Von Miller? He was all over the place. Sacking quarterbacks, pressuring, causing fumbles, and at the end, Bradley Roby, another interception. To me, this game was dominated by this Denver defense. Mike, they came to play.
They came to play, Coach, and Colleen talked about it. Hey, there was an ultimatum laid out today, and John Elway said, we need things to change. Not this year, this week, meaning this game, and boy, did they change. They had 6 turnovers coming into the game total, and they got 5 tonight on defense. But my man, Emmanuel Sanders, he said, I love the way the defense is playing, but let me come to this party too. 100 yards last week, like you said, Colleen, but this week, another 100 yards and a passing touchdown. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders is playing football. He is saying, I just need the rest of this offense to play with me, and we still have a chance, and we will get a chance to talk to both of those guys coming to the set. 2 stars in the nice game, Von Miller and that guy right there, Emmanuel Sanders.
And you mentioned it, there were jobs that were saved tonight, especially on the Broncos sideline. I mean, you talk about the pressure that Vance Joseph was under coming into this game. Are they now the Broncos from what you saw tonight? How much does that switch things for you at all?
And let's say this, because really, when you start talking about a guy losing his job, it's really when he loses the team. This shows that he did not lose that team. That team played hard for him tonight, and they wanted to make a mark, and they did.
Let's remember, guys, they came in here with a 4-game losing streak, but 2 of those games, one was a 3-point loss to the Rams.
Right.
One was a 4-point loss to the Chiefs. Those are great football teams. So this team is close, probably better than that 3-4 record would indicate.
So then where would you place them in the AFC? Having mentioned those losses, because coming into the game on the pregame show, all we talked about was this Denver Broncos defense and how they have been giving up so many yards on the ground, back-to-back 200 yards rushing. They didn't do that tonight, and you look at their first 2 games of the season, that Denver defense held up really well. So where do you place them now, having seen what happened here?
And played well against Kansas City, at least that first half. I mean, it took something. Kansas City had to come back and win that game. If they're able to play like this on defense every night and get what they get out of the offense, they'll have a chance.
All right, well, we will get a chance to talk to the stars coming up now. We have Emmanuel Sanders and Von Miller walking to the set, making their way over here. I know Reggie Bush is excited for tonight's Total Access. He just FaceTimed us a little bit ago. He's going to talk about those Cowboys, the offense, and Zeke, how they match up with that Redskins defense after the show.
You are watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
Get ready for kickoff Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern with NFL Game Day Morning.
How about some fish and chips for lunch?
The Cowboys and Redskins renew a classic rivalry. While the Eagles seem to be hitting their stride,
Touchdown, Zach Ertz.
our guys will let you know which is the team to beat in the NFC East. And believe it or not, but the Ravens are the only team Drew Brees is winless against. Kurt Warner shows what number 9 needs to do to finally beat Baltimore. Plus, the Patriots' offense is rolling as they head to Chicago. But Gronk isn't just a force on the field.
Parker, what's up, man? It's Rob Gronkowski here.
Find out how the Pats players are inspiring one special fan. All that and more on NFL Game Day Morning, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
What a night this has been for the Denver Broncos here at State Farm Stadium. You would think that we were in Denver based on how many fans are still in here, have been here all night, who were there for our pregame show. It was amazing, these fans. And I mean, I just have to say, Von Miller, you called it earlier in the week. Let's just rerun that sound one more time.
I wouldn't say it's a must win. We're going to kick the though. Make sure you put that up there. We're going to kick that. They're going to get our best this week. I don't know, last week was tough, the week before that, or whatever. This week, Thursday night, prime time, they're going to get the Broncos' best.
Well, you were right, that's for sure. You did, what a job you guys did. And right here, you have the strip sack here on Josh Rosen. 45-10 this game. Von Miller, you were flying around. Emmanuel Sanders throwing touchdowns, catching touchdowns. This has been such an amazing night for you guys. But you were obviously feeling some kind of way, Von, when you said that on Tuesday. How did you know that you guys were going to come in here and just really blow them out of the water?
I mean, honestly, I just wanted to, round up around my teammates, man. I wanted my teammates to know that I believed in them. I knew my teammates believed in me. And this week, I just, felt like it was nothing wrong with putting it out there.
Hey, Emmanuel, look at this crowd here.
I love it.
The biggest crowd we've ever had.
Let's go,
Get them going.
Yeah!
This is crazy.
I love it.
With this win, though, guys, tonight with this big win, I would like to know, there's a lot swirling around, and we heard John Elway say, hey, things must change this week. And I thought that was a direct conversation with the coaching staff in making sure they get a win. How much conversation went on in the locker room about that and us playing this game and making sure we win this game for that coaching staff?
You know what? We didn't talk about it too much, but obviously, we listen to the media, and it's one of those situations. We know what's going on, but, we got to keep everything in-house, and we got to understand that in order for us to get ourselves out of the hole that we dug, we got to win games, and it felt good to come out on Thursday Night Football, primetime football, and beat an opponent like we just beat them.
Yes, sir. Vaughn, I got a question for you. As a former coach, all right, you guys on defense. Now, let's talk defense, especially fixing the run defense and all those things that you were trying to get fixed. How in the world do you guys do it with Vance Joseph and Joe Webb, or Joe Woods? How do you fix it in a short week and travel down here? You only gave up, 69 yards rushing, and it's been one of your Achilles heels. How do you get that fixed when you don't go in pads? Just talk about it, or you change the scheme? What did you do?
I mean, the message was just to get back to who we were. You know, we had been playing great defense all year up until 3 weeks ago. So we just wanted to get back to who we were, and that was the message. And, you know, we changed a little stuff up here and there, but for the most part, we just got back to who we were.
Yeah, we're here in Phoenix. All of these fans really, they traveled last week. The snow, it was freezing. This is such a different atmosphere in general. But 35 points were put on the board there in the first quarter. That's the most by the Broncos in like 8 years. And Emmanuel, we were able to it's really cool because we have so many cameras here. We were able to go inside your helmet to get the point of view on your touchdown throw to Cortland Sutton. So can you just kind of take us through that step by step? It's really cool. You obviously saw it, but we don't know what it's like inside that helmet.
Yeah, we actually been practicing that play for the past 2 weeks. The play is called SMU Pass Right because I went to SMU, Cortland went to SMU, so it was fun. You saw us on the sideline throwing up the alma mater. But you see me catch the reverse, I'm running. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, wow. That's awesome. You see me launch the pass. I thought I overthrew him at first, but Cortland came up with a great catch, and right now I'm getting ready to hit the locker room, ice my arm, man.
Hey, you threw that ball well on the run. Did you play quarterback when you
played quarterback in high school.
I can tell.
Yeah. Hey, talk to us about Case Keenum. There's been a lot said about Case Keenum having some ups and downs this year with you guys. Tell us about the addition of Case Keenum with the Denver Broncos.
I mean, if you think about it, Case has been up and down in the league, but he's one of those guys. I stamp resilience next to his name, resilient next to his name. And he, obviously the season hasn't been going how he wanted because of the win-loss ratio that's going on with us. But he's resilient, and this is one of those games that Case came out. Obviously, he don't want the interception, but I feel like he was dishing the ball, getting the ball where necessary, where we needed to do to get the win. So it's one of those situations we just got to keep building off of this win.
Guys, didn't you say you locker next to him?
Yeah, my locker's next to Case.
What do you say to Case Keenum?
No, he's a great leader on and off the football field. His locker is right next to mine. We like best friends in the locker room. I got all the belief in Case. He's gonna get on this rhythm. He's gonna get going. He did great except for the pick tonight. So that's a great start for Case. He's, like I said before, he's a great guy on and off the football field. I'm happy to have him.
When does Case get a chicken named after him? This is like you have a bunch of chickens.
He named the chicken after me. Yeah. I didn't like the legs. The legs are too skinny. Hey, I didn't like that at all, Mike. I said that's how you gonna do me, Vaughn. That's how you gonna do
it. It's the truth.
Hey, it is true though. It is true.
Hey, Vaughn, you mentioned Case Keenum's a great leader, but you're a great leader on this defense too. And you guys drafted a young guy early in this, Bradley Chubb. How do you take this guy under your wing and teach him some of your craft?
Honestly, there is no taking him up under my wing. He's a great player already, straight off top. He watches film. He does everything. He's like a 6-year vet in the league, honestly. He was the captain at NC State, and he definitely brought those characteristics back over to the Broncos.
Well, guys, congratulations on a fantastic win for your Denver Broncos. Before we let you go, can you get the crowd riled up one more time?
Let's go, Broncos!
Yeah! It's great. Awesome stuff from you guys. Congratulations on the win. Enjoy your mini bye now. And all of these fans here in Phoenix, Arizona. Great stuff, guys. So cool. Coming up next on Total Access after the show, Willie McGinnis is going to do a little tale of the tape between the Eagles and those Carolina Panthers. Thank you, Vaughn. You don't want to miss that. That's up next. Emmanuel! Well, set your calendars, your alarms, whatever you can. All next week, NFL Network is live from London, England. GMFB will be there all week. NFL Game Day kickoff is getting you ready for the game at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. That's an early one, guys. You'll be treated to the Game Day morning guys calling that game. Rich, Mooch, Kurt, Irv. I love that. Jags and Eagles. Cannot wait to see that one. I hope it's as good as this one was tonight. What a game it was for Von Miller and those Denver Broncos. That's going to be awesome. You guys pumped up for London?
I've never done a game from the booth before, Colleen, so this is my maiden voyage. I'm looking forward to it. Mike?
Whenever I get a chance to work with these guys, I'm pumped up. I enjoy being around them and hanging out with them. We really are like a family.
Irv, that's That's like the sweetest thing ever.
That is so
God.
simple.
Come on,
Rip that off for a
Colleen.
promo. Let's put that on the air. All right. TA is coming up next. Total Access check in to get the latest on Josh Rosen's ankle injury. We'll see how severe that is. Also, we have some stuff on the Saints offensive game coming up. We got Breeze going up against the Ravens. You don't want to miss that. We'll be back next week. Dolphins, Texans. We're out, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching the U.S. Army Post Game Show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.